Did we really have any doubts about this game? No? Yeah, I didn't think so. It's time to get down to business.
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
Animal Crossing New Horizons is finally here after what feels like an eternity. With such a long period of time since New Leaf, 8 years to be exact, hopes were high and Nintendo needed to do a lot of improving to make this title noteworthy. So did they make an amazing Animal Crossing game? Yes. Is it perfect? Of course not. This is Animal Crossing we're talking about, a game where I have to listen to an acoustic guitar on loop until hourly music unlocks, where the museum takes 3 days to open, and where every tool can constantly break, whether it's a fishing rod or a watering can. Whoa, I better slow down, don't want to water the flowers too hard. Basically, I have a few gripes with the game, but they're nothing that could stop me from playing in every waking moment, even when all that's left to do is go fishing and catch bugs. So I did fish and catch bugs for hours and hours all night long. Whoa! I caught a surgeon. On my first day alone, I paid off my tent loan, earned enough bells for my first house loan, and got the achievement for catching 100 fish before I even had a museum to put them in. I'm sorry, Blathers. This is your own fault. Hell, I was practicing my fishing skills while waiting for the pre-order to show up at my house. And yes, I know I could have unlocked things faster by changing the in-game date on the Switch, but I couldn't hear you over the gross, nasty, yucky sound of your time machine. There is nothing to stress about in the world of Animal Crossing. It's a place where everyone can get along, from players who time travel to people like me who are too stubborn to do it. But you know you want to.
Come on. Just drop the act. Endless wealth. Infinite power. All it would take is a couple button presses. You wouldn't even have to wait that long to unlock hourly music because Nintendo thought it was a good idea to put it behind an 8-day tutorial.
Alright, seriously? About the 8-day tutorial thing, who thought that was a good idea? I mean, sure, I could make jokes about how the game is built around paying off home loans and completing tons of menial tasks that could get overwhelming, but for me, the real stress came when I discovered there's a Nook Miles achievement requiring you to catch 100 fish without messing up a single one, or the streak resets. If you play Animal Crossing and you didn't know about this achievement, I'm sorry. You are now cursed with this knowledge, and for the rest of your days, it will mess up your combo every time.
Ready? Go!
From a real room editor to better storage to heaps of creative control, New Horizons fixes so many of the quality of life problems from the old games while introducing a lot of new features. I can finally place the stores and buildings where I want, and I don't have to walk all the way up the town and through a loading zone to visit the shops. You can place furniture outside, move your house or villager houses if you don't like where you place them, or even terraform the land to create whatever you want. I really wish I had something funny to show here, but it's been over a week and I still haven't unlocked terraforming. I can't even really call this a review. Animal Crossing is a game meant to be experienced over a long period of time, so the most I feel like I can call a video in the first few weeks is first impressions. So here are some of my first impressions. Let's start off with one of the most important features of island life in New Horizons, DIY crafting. The concept, on paper, is really interesting. A crafting system that allows you to use materials collected on the island like wood, weeds, stone, and iron to craft all sorts of furniture and tools. And in most aspects, the DIY system succeeds. It's fun and exciting to discover a message in a bottle on the shore and get a new recipe for a piece of furniture, or repurpose fished up trash into objects. What isn't fun is how most of the tools in the game, including the regular ones, break after a certain amount of uses, requiring constant collection of materials just to rebuild them. I know this is a complaint that focuses on the type of player that ignores all social responsibility and work ethic to go fishing for 8 hours straight, see figure 1, me, but the animations and menus for building new tools aren't fast and they still take up space in your inventory, so building multiple tools is tough to carry. You also can't bulk craft. Who the hell decided to implement a crafting system where you can make tons of fish bait and then said, no, You have to make them one at a time. The biggest issue I have with the game isn't the real-time system itself, but how long it takes to unlock features that should either be available from the start or pushed along faster based on the player's progress. Don't get me wrong, the real-time aspects of this game are why I'm excited for each day, and they're why I try to avoid time skipping. However, unlike faster overnight upgrades like bridges and house expansions, the museum and town hall take 2 full days, the latter of which can only show up after you've finished the museum, built 3 houses for new villagers, and waited for them to move in 1 day at a time. And while residential services is closed for a day, you can't use basic features like online shopping or the bank. It's not like I won't just go fishing and tarantula hunting for another 3 days, but Tom Nook and Isabelle better realize quick that I'm about to siege town hall with the boys. The silver lining in playing day to day is that most of the payoffs have been incredible. While it took 3 long days of waiting, finally walking through the incredibly detailed museum and seeing everything I've collected on display was one of the most tranquil gaming moments I've had in recent memory. I don't know what it is about it. It's like they took 90% of New Horizons world designers and put them on museum duty. And then, once I did unlock the town hall, I was so overwhelmed with stuff to do that I was almost ready to go back to a simpler time when all there was to do was fish and catch bugs. Now, I need to fish and catch bugs not just to expand my house, but also to afford all of the crazy expensive things I can build, buy, and do, from moving houses to building bridges and stairs and huge fountains and campsites. Holy shit, there is a lot to do. And the best part is, I can't wait to pay it all off on my own because my dumb villagers still barely contribute anything to the project that benefits the whole island. Although I doubt the villagers even pay rent on the houses I built for them, I love them anyway. Conversations with everyone from Nook to Blathers to the villagers are adorable and unique, with little details like Blathers congratulating you if you donate 15 items and build a museum on his first day on the island. It's details like these that make the characters in Animal Crossing feel less like NPCs and more like real, anthropomorphic animals living in your town in the same moment as you are. That's not weird, is it? On the decoration side of things, there's tons of amazing furniture to make your house look as pretty or terrifying as you want. I set up triple toilet in my bathroom because everybody knows the real way to shit is with my boys! You can finally place furniture outside, which is amazing. That means no more having to fund and construct things like fountains and then crying when you realize that you wanted to move it 1 pixel to the left. The custom design feature has limitless possibilities for both amazing creations and incredible shitposting. My welcome mat at the airport is the best sprite from Sonic Mania, and I covered my house in the same image of a hand holding a gun. Hands up, you're surrounded. Fishing is fun, catching bugs is fun, collecting, designing your island, talking to villagers, filling the museum. This game makes spending several hours moving trees and pulling weeds into one of the most satisfying gaming experiences of 2020. One of my favorite features of all might just be the ability to send letters to friends online. While this might seem like an obvious feature due to the advent of social media and messaging systems existing practically everywhere, getting a virtual letter in my little video game mailbox just hits different. While New Horizons isn't a perfect game, it's my favorite Animal Crossing to date. It's lovable, addicting, and everything in between, with that classic Nintendo sprinkle of incredibly minor yet aggravating game mechanics and an annoyingly long multiplayer loading screen. Spending time in Animal Crossing is truly like a vacation to another world. The meticulous graphical, sound, and music design create an island paradise that I don't ever want to leave. I don't mean to get too serious here, but any game that can make getting out of bed a little easier in the morning because there's something to look forward to is a serious recommendation in my book.
Hey, Yakko, look at this.
That's a turtle.
Hello, this is the homeowners association.
We're shitting together, boys.
Woohoo! Yeah!
Shitting.
This would be the end of the video if I had enough restraint to not play Animal Crossing all day and be productive, but instead I'm gonna say head over to twitch.tv/yakkocmn and watch me stream because I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing and I've actually been making an effort to stream more consistently. Now back to the important question. Do I think Animal Crossing was worth the money? Yeah, this is probably gonna be game of the year for me.